The Matrix Online was a massively multiplayer online role-playing game that was released in 2005. Developed by Monolith Productions and published by Sega, the game was set in the Matrix universe, taking place after the events of the Matrix Revolutions. Despite having a strong and dedicated fanbase, the game ultimately failed to attract a large player base and was shut down in 2009. There were several reasons for the failure of the Matrix Online. One of the main reasons was the lack of innovation in the game's design. The MMO market was already crowded with successful titles such as World of Warcraft and EverQuest, and the Matrix Online failed to offer anything new or unique to differentiate itself from these established games. Additionally, the game's combat system was criticized for being slow and unresponsive, which made it less enjoyable for players. Another factor that contributed to the game's failure was poor marketing and promotion. The Matrix Online was not heavily advertised, and many players were not aware of its existence. Additionally, the game's launch was plagued by technical issues and bugs, which further hindered its ability to attract and retain players. The game's subscription model also proved to be a hindrance. The Matrix Online required players to pay a monthly fee to access the game, which was becoming increasingly unpopular among players. As the game's player base failed to grow, the revenue generated by subscription fees was not enough to sustain the game's development and maintenance. Finally, the game's storyline and content were not well received by players. The game was heavily dependent on its storyline, and the players expected a lot of new content, but the game's developers failed to deliver on this promise. The storyline was not well written, and the game's developers did not make it clear how the game's events would affect the Matrix universe. In conclusion, the Matrix Online failed due to a combination of factors, including a lack of innovation, poor marketing and promotion, a subscription model that was becoming increasingly unpopular, technical issues and bugs, and a lack of compelling storyline and content. Despite its potential, the game was ultimately unable to attract and retain a large player base, which led to its eventual shutdown in 2009.